So we just want to tell you about the miraculous healing that I received. So on 1 November, I had a stroke and was thinking that I was going to get up and have hip replacement surgery, but we had a different plan. God had a different plan. Got out of bed, went upstairs, or was going to go upstairs to do my normal devotional, and I started dropping things. And Sherri hollered over to me and wanted to know what was going on, and I said, well, I'm just dropping my tablet. She said, no, but you're slurring your words. And I said, that's just my mouth guard. It's no big deal. The EMTs came and started doing neurological tests as they would normally do. And they said, well, I think it's time to go to the hospital, at which point I asked them if we could just go to Virginia Hospital Center because I was getting ready to have hip replacement surgery in a few hours. And they said, no, sir, we're not going to do that. We're taking you to the stroke unit at the Nova. And so in very short order, it was determined I was having a stroke. And
well, Michael didn't realize he was having a stroke. I noticed the symptoms and immediately called 911. But I think even before I called 911, I started a prayer chain going. Called and wondered who was up at 7 o'clock in the morning, called a neighbor, called my prayer partner at my lighthouse, texted Kristen and Nate, said start praying, I think Michael's having a stroke. So from 7 o'clock when Michael woke up, when I noticed the symptoms, to the time the EMTs came, got him to the hospital, and got him into surgery, it was an hour and a half. It was a fast-moving, amazing series of events with all the right people in all the right places. Just the prayer chain just exploded. Well, we got a call, and I called so-and-so, and they called so-and-so. One person is a teacher at a Christian school. She stopped her entire class and had her entire classroom pray for Michael. So it was just an amazing testimony of God's goodness and greatness and what he did through the prayers of his people.
And so in very short order after surgery, then I was up in the ICU, and they came in and began doing the test and found out that I had no brain damage and no after effects, which is extraordinary. That simply doesn't happen. The vascular neurologist that came in told us that the case was so miraculous that he was going to send our case to the National Institute of Health. And it was just a praise and miracle that I was able to get up and walk around the ICU that very evening with no after effects and no discomfort, no pain, nothing at all. And many of the medical staff, nurses, doctors noted that it was simply a miraculous case, that something that they'd essentially never seen before. So we just want to give praise and honor to God for healing me in that manner.
Yeah, I mean, people would say that the medicine has advanced so far that it was the medical professionals that did it. But when you see the doctors say that, you're lucky, right? And I said, no, luck has nothing to do with it. It was hundreds of people praying for us. That is a testimony to God Almighty, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and still does miracles. And Michael is a walking miracle. Because Michael was really not cognizant of anything wrong, but I saw it, and I knew there was a desperate need for prayer. When the paramedics came and were doing their neurological tests and they asked him to lift his arms, I happened to walk in there at that moment, and one arm was here and one arm was here. And he was drooling and droopy.
And that very evening I was walking around the ICU while everybody else in the ward was prone, unconscious, or just in very bad shape. And it was just a testament to God that he worked a miraculous recovery and just immediately, and I had a complete sense of peace the whole time I was going through this whole ordeal.
A nurse came in that evening and told Michael, do you know you're a miracle, right? And he said, absolutely, I know I'm a miracle.
No matter what you may think about your prayer life and whether or not it matters, it most certainly does. It absolutely is the difference between being disabled or worse or being completely and totally healed. And so we give praise to God for my total and complete healing.
Amen.